Welcome back to Chrissy TV. Today we want to talk about the trending things in Nigeria. Firstly, we are going to talk about 4 things that are happening. Number 1 is that bandits attack Zamfara community, kill Nigerian army lieutenants, soldiers, 15 villagers fired dead. The second one is Adamawa government strips Atiku Abubakar of Waziri Adamawa title. Others also affected. Thirdly, Benue killings. Leaked DSS memo shows that Nigerian military was equally alerted weeks before herdsmen attack. Fourth on the list is that Alex was 13 when you graduated. This is because we all know that Tinubu introduced one of his Chicago schoolmates yesterday to Nigerians. Although Nigerians have digged the past of this guy, they discovered that this guy is someone that deals on arms. He sells ammunition and he was once arrested. You understand? So he has gone to jail before. Atiku is now telling this Tinubu that Alex was 13 when you graduated. And you claim that the guy is your classmate in Chicago State University schoolmate. Tinubu, make you stop lying now. Atiku dispute Tinubu's claims that this Alex was one of his schoolmates at Chicago University. Anyway, my lovers, let's take it one after the other. Please, before we proceed, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please kindly do well to subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell button so you always get notified whenever we post our latest content. So number 1 is that an unconfirmed news says that bandits attacked Zamfara community, killing Nigerian army lieutenants, soldiers and 15 of villagers were fired dead. An unconfirmed news, like I said, of this military personnel have been killed while attempting to repel a bandit attack along a highway in Zamfara state. Sources equally revealed that among the casualties was an officer, Lieutenant Ishmael Yaya. In a separate but related incident, terrorists stormed Tofa village, where they killed more than 15 residents in that particular village. Tofa community, which is situated in Magami, district of Gasua local government area, has been devastated by repeated bandit attacks. Located near Gusau, the state capital, the village has reportedly been abandoned by most of its residents, unable to pay the levies imposed by bandits and left without sufficient security protection. According to this particular report, the bandits on Sunday attacked the community. They ambushed the troops and killed many of them. The families of the dead soldiers have been informed, but the army has been silent on the incident. In Tofa, over 15 people were massacred. Many others were injured and some were nowhere to be found, according to this source. Effort to obtain reaction from Nigerian Army spokesperson known as Lieutenant Colonel Onyinyechi Anele were unsuccessful, as her phone remains switched off. Zamfara is one of the northern states grappling with relentless attacks by bandits, which we all know, who raid villages, loot property, kill residents, and burn homes to the ground. These armed groups operate from camps hidden within a vast forest that spans Zamfara, Katsina, Kaduna, and Niger states. In recent years, they have been responsible for mass abductions of students from schools across the region. In 2019, the statement under then Governor and current Minister of State of Defense, known as Bello Matawale, entered into a peace agreement with the bandits. However, despite the accord, communities in Zamfara have continued to suffer frequent attacks with residents routinely kidnapped or killed. This is coming from our own source, Chrissy TV. Don't forget to stay tuned. Now, the second on the list is Adamawa government strips Atiku Abubakar of Waziri Adamawa title, with others affected. So, in a stunning political and traditional shakeup, the Adamawa state government has officially stripped Nigeria's former vice president Atiku Abubakar of his revered title as Waziri Adamawa, citing non-indigenship. I don't know if you guys have been following my updates. If you guys are a follower of Chrissy TV, you will discover that normally whenever I'm talking about this Atiku, I normally say that Atiku is not a Nigerian. Same way El-Rufai is not a Nigerian. Buhari is equally not a Nigerian. These people are Nigerians. They are not Nigerian. They are aliens to Nigeria. Do you understand? So a move widely seen as a calculated effort to diminish his political influence, according to some people say, in his home state. The Waziri Adamawa in the second highest in authority after the paramount ruler, the Lamido of Adamawa. The removal, which also affect the Walin Adamawa, was disclosed in a circular dated June 20, 2025 and signed by Mrs. Adama Felicity Mama, Permanent Secretary of the Department of Chieftaincy Affairs under the Ministry for Local Government and Chieftaincy Affairs. The circular stated, following the creation of new chieftaindom in the state by the Executive Governor of Adamawa State, known as Right Honorable Ahmadu Umaru Fintiri, I am directed to inform you that all kingmakers and council members in the state must be indigent, signed of their chiefdoms. Are you guys getting something? So, for example, all kingmakers and council members for Adamawa Emirate Council must be indigent of Yola South, Yola North, Gire, Mayobewa, Song, and Suma districts. While those of Mubi Emirate Council must be indigent of Mubi North, Mubi South vis-a-vis all Emirates/traditional councils in the state, the circular stated. So it effectively disqualifies Atiku. In case you don't understand what I mean, this effectively disqualifies Atiku, who hails from Jada local government area under the Ganye chiefdom, from holding a title within the Adamawa Emirates Council. The timing and nature of the directive has sparked outrage and speculation, as political watchers interpret it as a deliberate public humiliation of Atiku by Governor Umaru Fintiri, his former political ally during the 2023 general elections. Both men contested under the People's Democratic Party known as PDP, with Atiku running for presidential and Fintiri as governor. So here is the circular which say, Office of the Permanent Secretary, Department of the Chieftaincy Affairs, 19 June 2025, all secretaries, Emirates/traditional councils. Circular. Following the creation of the new chiefdom in the state by the Executive Governor of the Adamawa State, Right Honorable Ahmadu, like I said earlier, this particular letter was signed on the 20th of June 2025. However, the relationship between the two appears to have deteriorated dramatically, particularly in light of Atiku's recent involvement in talks with Fintiri's arch-rival, known as Ashatu Binani, P2B, and former Kaduna State Governor known as Nasiru El-Rufai. So P2B, Nasiru El-Rufai, and Binani were alleged to be enemies to this Adamawa State Governor. So because of this ally, or let's say this new association of Atiku with these people, he is now using it to attack Atiku, just to remove him from all his chieftaincy titles in Adamawa State, citing that Atiku is not an indigene of Adamawa. Although we all know that Atiku is not even a Nigerian, there is something I want you guys to discover. If your mother is a Nigerian and your father is a Senegalese, or let's say a Cameroon, or let's say a Ghanaian, automatically that does not make you a Nigerian. Your mother hails from Nigeria, but your father is not a Nigerian. Automatically, you are not a Nigerian. So have that into your score. Know it and know it best, so that you will not be arguing tomorrow or saying that you are a Nigerian because your mother is a Nigerian. Then you think that you can claim an indigene of Nigeria. No, we don't accept what is not ours automatically. So further starring on is a controversial executive bill now before the Adamawa State House of Assembly, which seeks to empower the governor to depose any ailing emir or king and install a chosen prince of his preference. Critics argue that this would grant the governor sweeping powers over traditional institutions, potentially enabling a broader political purge under the guise of administrative reform. While government insiders insist the decision is routine and legal, the symbolism of outing one of Nigeria's most prominent political figures from his royal positions is being seen as nothing short of a political thunderclap. How do you see this, my people? The third on our list is Benue killing. The killing that, cleared the life of 200 people in Benue State, which has sparked many and viral reaction all over the social media spaces. So there is now an alleged going on, an allegation saying that there is a leak to DSS memo which shows that Nigerian military was alerted weeks before herdsmen attack. I want you guys to pay fully attention regarding this. So this is that Nigerian Secret Police, which happens to be the Department of State Service DSS, has warned of an immense attack on communities in Benue and Nasarawa State before the 13th June violence that killed over 200 people, including farmers and internally displaced persons, IDPs. A leaked DSS memo dated 13th May and addressed to one Moses Gara, commander of Operation Y/OPWS, details intelligence on suspected Fulani militias planning assault on several settlements. Among those listed was Yelewata in Guma local government area, which happens to be that particular community that over 200 people were killed in Benue State. One of the communities later attacked. The memo stated, reports indicate that they have been holding a series of meetings in Apanaja, Rukui, and Dori settlement in Doma local government area and have stationed their men at designated forests for a coordinated offensive against the TV communities. So it continued. The militias are currently hibernating at Amako and Ibabu forest located between Mkwama and Doka villages in Doma local government area and Ekom forest, located a few kilometers away from Yewata, Udei, Ukohol, and Kadako railway in Kenan local government area, and are planning to attack Agwatu, Gwe West, Gwe East, part of Mako, the local government area, as well as Guma and local communities, all in Benue State. According to the cable, the DSS noted that the planned attacks were to avenge the alleged seizure of cows by the state government. Communities identified as potentially targets included Marahaba, Jangagari, Wogi, Gidan, Anthony, Akon, Usende, Ga, Vandikia, Chiata, Duga, Gidan Babanyara, Apel, Pantaki, Gambi, and the stadium area. The memo also warned of coordinated attacks on TV settlement and border communities between Nasarawa and Benue State by suspected armed Fulani mercenaries. In May, OPWS Commander Moses Gara held a high-level meeting in Makurdi with leaders of the Miete Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, known as MACBAN, over the spats of violence in the state. Lawa Osabo, Acting Assistant Director of Army Public Relations, 401 Special Forces Brigade/Sector 1, OPWS, said on 28 May that the meeting involved security agencies and local government authorities and addressed persistent threats like retaliatory attacks, kidnappings, and cattle roasting. Do you guys understand? If you don't understand, they say that these people are retaliating because of their cattle that were seized by the state government. Wait, this same state government that has refused to address this issue, except when Very Dark Man went to Benue State, are still the reason why 200 people were killed. They seized cows of these rearers, these herders. As a result of retaliation, they did not go to the government house to retaliate. They killed innocent villagers, burned people's houses. Kai, may God help his children, things are really going off in this particular country. Anyway, my love, what you got to talk, because honestly, this herdsmen attack is becoming more aggressive. It's becoming more worse. It's becoming something else. It has turned to something else. It has really turned to something else. And the worst part of it that these people are doing all these things with religion, using religion to entice whatever it is that they are doing. The final one in our list is concerning Alex, who happens to be an alleged schoolmate of our own President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So Atiku disagrees with Tinubu's claim that this Alex is one of his schoolmates. According to Atiku, he said that this guy was 13 years old at the time that Bola Ahmed Tinubu claimed that he graduated from Chicago's University. Tinubu made the claim on Monday during the launch of the Renewed Hope Mechanization Program in Abuja. In his address, he referred to Zingman as a very good friend and neighbor from his university days. The media team of former Nigerian Vice President Atiku Abubakar has refuted President Bola Tinubu's claim that Belarusian businessman Alexander Zingman was his classmate at Chicago State University (CSU), casting doubt on the credibility of the president's assertion. Tinubu made the claim, like I said yesterday. He said, in his address, he referred to Zingman as a very good friend and neighbor from his university days. To all of you, Alex was my very good neighbor and went to the same school with me in Chicago, Tinubu said. Never did we dream that I would be in this opposition as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and that Alex would be a successful businessman from Belarus to bring about a very successful collaboration and bilateral relationship that will promote economic prosperity for the future of our two countries. I believe our university will be very proud that we are doing this here today. However, a statement released on Tuesday by Atiku's media office through Paul Ibe described Tinubu's comment as highly questionable, arguing that Zingman would have been too young to attend university at the time Tinubu claimed to have graduated. Atiku also questioned Tinubu's association with Zingman, citing numerous international media reports that have linked the Belarusian businessman to illicit activities in Africa's mining and arms sectors. Mr. Alex Zingman, a Belarusian businessman whose name features prominently in controversial dealings across Africa, including allegations of arms trafficking and financial inapproprieties in Zimbabwe and the Democratic Republic of Congo, is listed in various reports as being born in 1966, the statement said. By the year 1979, when President Tinubu claims to have graduated from CSU, Mr. Zingman would have been only 13 years old. Are we now to believe that the Guinness Book of Records meets the story of a 13-year-old Belarusian prodigy graduating from an American university alongside Bola Ahmed Tinubu? Is a question, though. You see? The former vice president's team also raised questions about Tinubu's academic history, particularly the certificate he allegedly submitted to get admission into Richard Daley College in 1973. Atiku's team noted that Tinubu presented the certificates from Govt College, Lagos, dated 1970, even though the school was founded in 1972. Nigerian government, hey, may God help his children. Mr. President, Nigeria deserves to know why you have not proudly unveiled a single verified classmate from your supposed years in Govt College, Lagos or Govt College, Ibadan or Chicago State University, the way other leaders do with ease and pride, the statement said. President, your oath of office binds you not just to protect our nation, but to honor its truth. The president is not a sanctuary for secrets. It is a platform for integrity, and as such, Nigerians await not tales of Alexis from distant lands, but proof, clarity, and the simple dignity of facts. Although the CSU has confirmed Tinubu's graduation from the university, controversies persist over the authenticity of the certificate he submitted to the Independent National Electoral Commission, known as INEC. Anyway, my lovers and viewers, what do you have to say in this Bengal news today? As it is hot, many Nigerians are reacting, especially regarding this particular president, our president Bola Ahmed Tinubu, alleging that Alex was his schoolmate, and people have digged the past records of this Alex. And shockingly to me is that these 200 people that we acquired in Benue State, that the so-called Governor Ali has refused to react, except when Nigerians and very dark men started tripping and shouting all over the social media spaces that triggered him to come and talk with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So he is the cause of these people's deaths, and he has remained silent over these people's deaths. May God help his children. Oh, things are really going on in this country. Which way do you think that could make Nigeria a better country? Is division the best option? Central government of the country, is it the best option? Kindly tell us in the comment section what you have to say. I remain my humble self, Christy TV. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Turn on the bell button so you always get notified whenever we post our latest content. Christy TV got you covered on all latest Nigeria news.